as their starter, and Bud Norris, as good as he was, wasn't quite as good as Rick Porcello.
And Hunter takes it and didn't like it.
Well, I don't blame him.
Comes after the home run, and he's got something to say to Norris, and Norris points at the plate. The dugout's empty. That is the 5th hit batter by Norris this year. It's not as though it's the first time. Bullpen's coming in.
Well, everybody runs on the field, and you know, whether he meant it or not, I mean, Torrey Hunter, about as nice a guy as you can have, and he doesn't like to get plunked. And of course, Bud, you know, the reason Dave Wallace, the Oriole pitching coach, went out after the home run is just to try to calm him down. And one of the worst things that can happen, you pitch a good game, you're trailing by a run, you give up a home run. Emotionally, it's very easy to lose it, and then all of a sudden you're trying to stay out of that same zone because Hunter can do the kind of damage, and you end up hitting him, and it looks bad. Any way you look at it, he didn't try to do it. It's just it happens after a home run. It's pretty kind of normal. Whether it's 2014 or back in 1950, you drill a guy after a guy takes you deep. A lot of times they think
there's an assumption there, isn't there?
Exactly.
So Norris talking to the crew chief Bob Davidson, and still very upset. Buck Showalter's talking with a home plate umpire.
Well, they're going to warn both teams.
That's Davidson on the mound, the crew chief walking away. And Norris is coming out of the ball game anyway.
Yeah, but not only by hitting Hunter, you get Cabrera to the plate. So you know he probably didn't mean to do it on purpose, but it looks bad. And again, pitch count up there around 110. You have to make a change.
And he's still hollering at him, and Hunter's coming over. Hunter's coming over towards him. As he went into the dugout, words were exchanged, and Hunter started over towards the Orioles dugout.
Well, they just ought to get Bud Norris down into the locker room, because, you know, I was talking to one of his former general managers, and, you know, I mean, it's an emotional time. You pitch well, but you know you're probably not going to win this game, and it's easy to sometimes lose your emotions. And of course, Hunter's not happy because he got drilled. Just let it go.
Greg Gibson, the home plate umpire, motioning to both players. And the Dodgers celebrating in their dugout.
That's into the right field corner. Robinson, nice catch for out number 1.
Well, I am a wizard from the future. Boom. I'm a real doctor.
If you had your walk-up music created, who would compose it and or sing it, and what kind of music would it be?
You know what? That's a good question.
2-1 to Trout. That grazed him. It's back-to-back games.
Yeah. Angels had 3 batters hit last night.
And you never like to see one of your best players, if not the best player in the world right now, getting hit back-to-back games on the exact same spot. I know they're trying to pitch him up and in. We're going to phantom cam, and same type of deal for Trout, trying to turn out of the way, bring his arm in. And this time, instead of the tricep, it's the forearm. This grazed him, though, fortunately enough for Mike Trout and the Angels. Boy, hit him once again. This time, Trout is not real happy about it. Nor is David Freese and Mike Scioscia. I mean, that's 2 pitches in a row up and in. He already hit him the time before. He was hit the game before also.
Mike Maddox out to pitch at 10 on the mound now.
Ran that fastball way in and gets him in the tricep area, elbow area once again. Same exact approach for Trout, and you look at our phantom cam as he's trying to absorb that baseball in a spot where it's not as painful, but still gets him in that same tricep area again.
Look out. Carp gets hit. First base open, and Carp taking exception to this. And the benches will empty here at Fenway Park.
Yeah, this could get ugly. This could get ugly.
Now Ortiz is fired up and trying to get to Price and Molina in between, but David is fired up. As they come closer, Ortiz obviously taking exception to being hit earlier in the game in the first inning. Bunched up, and it's not broken out yet.
Yeah, Ortiz has been angry since that first at bat. Sean Rodriguez pointing at somebody. Gonna be a long weekend at Fenway.
Bullpens have emptied as well, but things under control right now. There's a lot of people standing around.
Now, if the umpire deems that intentional, Price should be out of the game, right?
Correct. And the managers, well, one's already been ejected, but they would be automatically ejected after the warnings. Things calming down as the relievers headed back to the pens. Back to the dugouts they go, and the umpires will now sort this out as Carp hit with a pitch. Torey Lovullo staying out there. He is the acting manager right now for the Red Sox, and Joe Madden there for the Rays trying to get his group back into the dugout. Let's see if Price stays in this game.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting.
They're going to get together the 4 umpires. Pretty young group of umpires, too, by the way. Jeff Kellogg is the crew chief. And before they have the discussion, they want to get everybody back to where they're supposed to be. The relievers are kind of hanging out short right. He's sending them back and everybody back to the dugout so that they can convene. He entered the game with only 8 walks and 2 hit batters on the season.
Right.
And he hits 2 tonight. Ortiz in the first and Carp here in the 4th inning.
And the thing to remember here is both teams have been warned. So if it's deemed intentional by the umpire that he was throwing a Carp, you got to be gone.
Yes.
You've got to be gone. And that's what they're discussing right now. Was it or was it not?
And for Price, I mean, you got a 1-0 lead.
Yeah.
You have not gotten into the area where you make yourself eligible for a win yet.
Well, and you got a lefty at the plate.
Again. Kellogg now calling Lovullo over. I don't think they're going to throw him out.
I don't think they're going to throw him out either.
Because I think the first move would have been right to the mound to send him off.
And now Lovullo's really upset.
I was trying to figure out why they didn't view that after the warnings to be intentional. And clearly they did not. Sort of running out of people that can manage right now, Jerry, after if Torey Lovullo gets tossed.
Yeah, who's third in line? This is like the government.
Brian Butterfield will have to step up, I believe. I don't think he's been tossed yet, even though he threw his hat.
No, I think that's an automatic ejection.
I would think so. Now, Price has hit 8 Red Sox in his career. That's the most of any opponent. And And Joe Madden going over the discussion as well. Torrey's still fired up.
Yeah. He's not buying an explanation of Bellino, the home plate umpire.
He is not buying what Bellino is selling.
Jake Peavy's pretty close to getting tossed also, as he is yelling out from the dugout, and Kellogg going over to get him back into the dugout. But this is, it just took place moments ago, and Ortiz was hot. He was trying to get at David Price, and Price definitely hurt him. Sean Rodriguez was ejected last time, not this time, but involved again.
Right now, the lineup card is being given to Brian Butterfield, as he will take over as the manager of the ball club. They will probably move Arnie Baylor to third base.
So manager's been ejected. The bench coach has now been ejected.
And Price is still out there.
And Price remains out there, as Arnie Baylor will go to third. Victor Rodriguez will take over at first base. And this game will resume with 2 outs and 2 on. Red Sox trying to take advantage of this situation now. And Freddie Sizemore coming up.
Work being done on the cushion. As that fan went tumbling over.
Look out. Oh. In the helmet, Bogarts is hit. Xander back up onto his feet now.
Well, never good to get hit. It was an off-speed pitch by Felix Hernandez that time, the changeup or the splitter that got away from him, and Bogarts now trying to find his bearings. Right off the ear flap.
Well, Xander's going to stay in the game here and head down to first base. They'll follow him down. Hernandez saying his bat on the way by. And Xander Bogarts kind of made a motion out to him. Bogarts' reaction as he looked over at him. We're good.
This is to give a little bit.
Ooh, and he hit him. He hits Napoli on the outside of the left knee to load the bases, and Napoli's in some pain.
That got him right on the kneecap. Well, anyone who's ever experienced that, Dan, that's cold, warm, it doesn't matter. You get hit in the kneecap. It's one of the more painful places you can get hit.
O'Day doesn't throw 96, but 86 in the wrong spot on a cold night can do a lot of damage. He actually got his back leg out of the way, and it hit him in the front leg. Right on the bone.
There's not a lot of meat there.
Yeah.
Tell you what, anyone who questions this guy's toughness, they need to get examined, because with that finger injury and now this, and he's staying in the game.
So Napoli stays in the game. He's still trying to jog off the pain down the first baseline a little bit. Ooh, and he hit him with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and Albert is not impressed. And obviously, he didn't want to hit him. He wanted to come in on him to set up the next pitch, but you don't want to put another guy on base. But Pujols is an unhappy camper right now. And Freddie Gonzalez is already trying to make his way out onto the field and go to the mound. A little tension here in the 9th inning. That will be all for David Carpenter. Mike Scioscia's not happy. Albert Pujols is not happy. And Craig Kimbrell is coming into the game.
Work being done on the cushion as that fan went tumbling over.
Look out. Oh. In the helmet, Bogarts is hit. Xander back up onto his feet now.
Well, never good to get hit. It was an off-speed pitch by Felix Hernandez that time, the changeup or the splitter that got away from him, and Bogarts now trying to find his bearings. Right off the ear flap.
Well, Xander's going to stay in the game here and head down to first base. He'll follow him down.
Hernandez saying his bad on the way by. And Xander Bogaerts kind of made a motion out to him. Bogaerts' reaction as he looked over at him. We're good.
I'm thinking fastball.
Ooh, he got hit again. Ramirez is hit for the second time in the game. And again, clearly no intent. 0-2, ninth inning tie game. That's obvious. But Ramirez is having a tough night. He's been hit by 98 and 99 tonight.
Yeah, I think that one got him on the hand, and that's or the wrist, maybe. You see Donnie looking out, shaking his head.
Now Mattingly probably wants Rosenthal tossed from the game. Now an important distinction here. Even once warnings are given, that does not mean that if a batter is hit, the pitcher is automatically thrown out. What it means is if the umpire deems it intentional, then the pitcher and the manager are thrown out.
Yes. And I think it's the right call not to throw Rosenthal out of the game. It's clearly no intent. 0-2. You know, if it was any other hitter but Hanley after being hit already once in this game, you would, you know, no issue. I think it's the velocity and the location of where it hit him. It hit him right on the wrist and hand. Look at that. That's just instant pain. Yeah, I would be almost shocked if nothing's broke on Hanley.
You can understand the frustration of Don Mattingly, but the umpires are within the rules and their rights not to toss out Rosenthal.
Yeah, it looked like the trainer just turned to Donnie and said, no, he can't go. And you see Hanley now walking past. But yes, Don Mattingly has every right to be upset because his guy got hit twice, once up in the shoulder and this one in the hand. You know, up high again, not head high, but high. And with warnings being laid out to both teams, the issue would be, you would think, okay, if he hit a guy, we got to throw him out of the game. But I think the umpires used great judgment here. There's no way he was hitting him on purpose. 0-2.
Now Drew Butera, a catcher, is going to run, but A.J. Ellis had already been lifted for a pinch runner. They're going to need Butera anyway, so they're not going to burn a second player.
Oh, man! That hit him. It hit Infante right in the head. Head athletic trainer Nick Kenny out there immediately. Oh my. Omar tried to get up right away, but Nick Kenny wanted to make sure. The Royals' second baseman Omar Infante hit in the face by a Heath Bell pitch. Now being helped from the field by Nick Kenny and Kyle Turner. Oh, that is a shame. That means Danny Valencia will come in the game defensively for the Royals when they take the field in the top of the 8th inning. Oh, that's just a fastball. Two-seamer got away, couldn't get out in time. Oh, gosh, that's terrible.
Like he got him on the chin?
Yeah, chin. Left side on the chin.
And we're going to show you a close look, so you may want to close your eyes on this
next seam.
Oh, man. Don't look.
Right on the chin. We hope all.
Oh my gosh. That ball hit Stanton right up in the face area. It looked like his hands covering his face. He turned into that ball and it caught him right. It looked like up under the helmet, and the Marlins quickly out there.
The pitch was 88 miles an hour. It was not a breaking ball.
Oof. Oh, wow. Goodness. Right, and it looked like the cheek underneath the left eye. Stanton still down. Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach of the Brewers, is out. Trying to keep fires calm. There's his father and his aunt. If you're just joining us, Giancarlo Stanton on a pitch that was up and in, struck in the face, and has been down for the last 3 to 4 minutes.
Right on that left side. The look on everyone's face tells the story.
His father watching. The stretcher is out. Stanton has been down and obviously in moving his legs in considerable pain. Mike Redmond talking to his father and his aunt. Looks like it. I believe the team physician for the Brewers was the gentleman who came in with the leather coat. Stanton still on his side. And no doubt he'll be transported and taken to a facility, and you can see that he has not left his side, Tommy. Once he went down, he rolled up to that side and stayed on that side.
Well, both Marlins trainers, Sean Cunningham, Mike Kozak, trying to stabilize. Boy, that's just so tough to see.
His father and his aunt headed towards the Marlins clubhouse. No doubt will be following him.
Well, Marlins director of team travel, Manny Colon, right there to help them. Notice Manny came down immediately.
It's a really tough moment. And you can see the blood on Stanton's face. Sean Cunningham, Marlins lead trainer, in the front seat.
Greg Gibson, the home plate umpire, motioning to both players. And the Dodgers celebrating in their dugout.
That's into the right field corner. Robinson, nice catch for out number 1.
Well, I am a wizard from the future. Boom. I'm a real doctor.
If you had your walk-up music created, who would compose it and or sing it, and what kind of music would it be?
You know what? That's a good question.
McCutchen is hit. Ben Potenziano running out to check on the well-being of Andrew McCutchen. He says he's all right. The bases are loaded again, full of Bucks. Shoulder. Now the Dodgers and Pirates have had these battles in the past, but not in the recent past. Justin Wilson's been ejected from the ball game. Andrew McCutchen was hit by Jamie Wright. Clint Hurdle's coming out, and he looks like he's pretty upset. Clayton Kershaw was the pitcher on Sunday night in St. Louis, and now Clint Hurdle's been thrown out of the ball game. Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, has sent him for the Dodgers. And Russell Martin is hit by a pitch. That's the second man Wright is hit, and he's not ejected. Why is he not ejected? It was not a fastball up and in, but
well, the umpire has the discretion to decide in his mind whether it's intentional or not.
Don Mattingly wants to come out, and he's going to see if Wright is okay. One of the trainers coming out with him. So before the bat, A.J. Ellis. Well, you wonder what they're talking about. Maybe brace yourself.
One pitch. Did that clip him? Yeah, it did. Hayward got hit up and in. He's checking the left hand, and Jim Lovell, the Braves certified athletic trainer, on his way out to attend to him. And Freddie Freeman hanging out at first base to make sure his teammate's all right. And Atlanta's got him loaded with 2 outs.
Oh, his thumb. That is something I don't know that I've ever seen that, where the thumb was sticking up and the ball hit the thumb and not anything else. Looks like he's moving it okay. Yeah, the slow motion camera is amazing. Yeah, really cool shots.
Hit him flush.
I don't know if that's the hard plastic Evo shield that guys wear. That looks more like a pad. Right on the elbow.
Times when you get hit in the elbow, you at least strengthen that hand. You see Stevie Donahue. Squeeze my hand, squeeze my hand. She doesn't want to come out, but I tell you one thing, it's not going to be good tomorrow either.
That hurts him, whatever speed he's showing. Oh, my goodness.
Jeez. Hit him in the face?
Oh, man. Oh, God.
I don't know what to say. I mean, this is one of the scariest things in baseball. This and the line drive right back at the pitcher that, you know, you just don't have time to protect yourself.
Mark Littlefield, the trainer, the assistant to Stevie Donahue. Tending to Chase Headley. You see the chin is cut, and here comes Steve Donahue to join them at home plate.
Checking, obviously, he can move his mouth open, which obviously is a good sign, but checking the teeth and everything, but, you know, there looked like a big gash on his chin.
Now the Yankee team doctor is coming out, Dr. Christopher Ahmad. It almost seems like every player's worst nightmare. You can see the faces on the Tampa Bay Rays right now.
No, it really is. I mean, look, you know, it's such a scary moment and how dangerous it is. It was Jake McGee throwing 98 miles an hour. I mean, it clearly hit him what looked like it was, you know, flush right on his chin.
Boy, that's a good sign that he got up and walked off. And he's holding on to Steve Donahue as he goes down the steps.
Yeah.